I love the aesthetic of this camera. It's just like retro. It looks very retro. I don't know, there's something to that I just want to talk about. Okay, it's staying. Alright, today we are going to be talking about creativity, why you should create instead of consuming, because continuing to live as a consumer will only lead to a consumer life. And that is what we are trying to avoid in this life, correct? Alright, let's get into it. I've noticed that the sun is just an absolute menace when I'm recording videos. So, point it way down. On my Instagram, I post a lot of like stories where I'm just like talking about progress and how to make it and how to be more productive in life. And a lot of people get like annoyed with this, or maybe I just feel like people are getting annoyed because most people I'm around are not progress oriented. I'm gonna turn this off. Are not progress oriented. They don't think about making progress or bettering themselves or ascending. Not ascending is a bit dramatic, but they don't think about improving themselves in any aspect, and that low-key like kind of annoys me for some reason. And I think it's because when you truly start to improve yourself and get better as a person, it becomes harder. Like, you start to recognize when people like need help in the least egotistical way possible. You're just thinking about what is best for other people, like objectively. When you see somebody is down or they're sad or they've been in a rut for the longest time, and you're like, dude, you know, if you did X, Y, and Z, this would help. A lot of people don't listen though, because they're stuck in their own ways, and that's okay, because they're going to figure it out in time. I need to slow down with the speaking. The life of a creator is much more rewarding than a life of a consumer. If we're specifically speaking about society and the way it's structured, it's very much about buy this, scroll on social media, consume, eat junk food, stay fat. The people who structure society, they know exactly what they're doing. They formulate society around comfort, around stability, around feeling safe. Because as people, we want to feel safe. We don't want to feel insecure about how we're going to live or how we're going to, you know, be able to pay bills or sleep under a roof at night. And we want to be able to survive. So therefore, taking the easy route is always going to be the easiest way. Always going to be the easiest, safe route. And in those safe routes, we're met with comfort, we're met with stability. As somebody who observes society and looks around a lot and sees behavioral patterns and the way people operate in daily life, you see that a lot of them are not happy. A lot of them are not satisfied with their lives. They get up, they eat breakfast, they go to work, they work for 9 hours, get an hour lunch break, go back home, eat dinner, sleep, do it all again the next day. And if you have kids, it's even harder then, because you're like, oh shoot, I got these kids to pick up from school, I got a wife or a husband to tend to and make sure they're okay, like emotionally, when I'm not even feeling okay emotionally. And over time it gets overwhelming, and not simply for the fact that you didn't follow your dreams and follow through with what you wanted, but because that's exactly what it is. You didn't follow through with what you wanted. It's not that it's tiring in and of itself, it's that you didn't take the chance on yourself when you could, and you know deep down that you missed out. There's that cognitive dissonance in your head that wanted to do something when you were younger, or not even when you were younger, when you were just like capable And now you're older and you see, oh shoot, like I could have done something. And there's that cognitive dissonance where you're like going back and forth in your head, like regretting everything that you did, or regretting not taking the chance while you could have. And this is the fundamental example of instant gratification versus hustle now, feel pain now, get the reward later. Most people will always take the easy route because it's offered to them. They will never take risks, they will never try, and in turn they will never try to do anything more than what they need to. And in turn they will live a life that yields such results, and therefore they will never have truly found out what they were capable of. And that to me is the saddest part, because so many people out there die before they even start living. And this is going to sound very morbid, but very few are actually alive and living. Because if we take the definition of alive, like, yes, you're breathing, you exist. Okay, cool, but like, how do we define being alive? Being alive and living are two different things. You can be alive, but are you truly living is the question. Are you chasing your dreams? Are you doing the things that you want to? Or are you just staying safe? Are you living within your bounds? Are you staying inside the box that society wants to put you in order to keep you weak, to keep you obedient? That's the word. There's an old parable of the baby elephant who was tied up to the stick in the ground. So there's a stick in the ground, baby elephant tied up to the stick. When the baby elephant is young, the trainer ties the baby elephant to the stick. Can't go anywhere because it's a little bit too weak. And every day, the trainer ties that baby elephant to the stick. Every day. And when it's young, it believes that it's too weak to pull from the stick, which because it's weak. But as it gets older, it conditions itself to believe that it's weak, so that it cannot pull away from the stick. I have to stay here because I'm stuck with this stick that I've been stuck to for as long as I can remember. So it stays obedient. It just stays there and exists. And even when it's a 2-ton hulking elephant, it still doesn't move, because it has that same belief from when it was young that it cannot break free from the stick. And we can take that same comparison and apply it exactly to people, to humans. As kids, we're born into a flawed society that tells us we're only capable of certain things. People around us mock us for standing out or being weird or trying to pursue something that is abnormal, something that deep down we know we're meant for. And when you're younger, you're probably told like you can and cannot do this and that, and you stay within the bounds and the rules that your parents give you and society tells you to stay in. Which within reason, yes, some of them are put in place there for reasons, but others are dumb. Like I always say this, just question everything that you come across. Choose to think for yourself, because some rules are meant to keep you in place for good reasons, but others are meant to be challenged. So always stay vigilant in that regard to challenging the norms, question everything around you. Choose to be your own individual, not just follow the rules and stay in line with everybody else, because that's just overrated, bro. And how does this all tie into a life of creation versus consumption? Well, if you think about it, if you're always consuming like junk food, social media, Netflix, essentially all these things that are glorified, and people, I don't know how to fully articulate my thoughts here, but these things that are glorified, these TV shows, these video games, these things that don't really help to elevate you or to sharpen your mind in any way. And if you look at the majority of things that this entails, binge watching Netflix, eating junk food, wasting your time on things that don't matter, masturbating too much, that's a huge one for a lot of people, for a lot of guys. We're taught to enjoy these things. We're taught to, oh no, it's okay, it's normal, it's fine. But is it though? The reason we have so many lost and directionless people in this world is because there's a lack of creation. There's a lack of building a life for yourself, and instead building a life for somebody else. Because after all, if you can't choose to think for yourself, somebody else will think for you. When to go into work, when to start your shift, when you can take breaks, when you can go on vacation. And not everybody is cut out for self-employment, but for the people who fit into the mold, that is going to be their place. But for those who choose to create, there is a vision. Every time you create something, there is a vision of the future. What do I mean by this? Well, if you work out, that is a form of creation. Either you're super skinny or you're super fat, or you're in between, you're skinny fat. You work out once, nothing happens. You work out twice, nothing happens. You work out for a week straight, nothing happens. You work out for a month, nothing happens. Okay. You work out for 3 months. Wait, yo, my bicep. It's kind of some definition there. Hold on. Okay. There's something there. This is the vision that I'm talking about. When you see that slight definition, that slight bulge in your arm, that is confirmation that something is working and that there is potential in whatever you're doing. Therefore, there is a future for that thing that you are doing. This can be applied to working out, to any creative endeavor, any business building sort of thing that you want to do can be applied to this. Whereas, if you are consuming on a constant basis, if you are intaking this ideology and propaganda from social media, from advertisements, from billboards, whether you realize it or not, you're constantly being swayed to buy things, and to not just things, but like buy into ideas and ideologies that don't serve you in any way. And if you're not aware of it, you're going to be born a consumer and die a consumer. I don't know. I have to find a way to tie this video together because it was very like all over the place, and now in order to be a happier, healthier person, you need to start creating. If you don't know what to create, do some deep work. Journal a little bit, read some books, figure out what you enjoy on a fundamental level. Doesn't have to be difficult. Just figure out what you like doing. I used to draw a lot when I was young. maybe drawing is your thing. Or, I don't know, I used to tinker around with Legos a lot when I was a kid. I used to build these large structures, which I did when I was a kid. Unfortunately, I'm terrible at math, so I could never be an engineer. And I don't want to be an engineer. But maybe that's something that you want to do. The pain of regret is always heavier than the pain of the hard work. Yes, the struggle of finishing that drawing and sitting there and sketching for... Okay, that's a bad comparison. The struggle of the endeavor you're undertaking may be difficult, but what else are you gonna do? Are you gonna watch more YouTube videos or TikTok videos or scroll Instagram? Like, genuinely, what else are you doing? I know this video might be coming off as very like reprimandatory. Is that a word? But like, I'm not reprimanding you. I genuinely just want the best for people. I want them to see that they are capable of more. I want them to strive for more. And that is what I urge everybody to do. And if you don't want to hear it, then I don't know why you watched this far in the video. But if you're here and you're listening and you're taking notes, that's awesome. So at the end of the day, like, I don't care if I hurt people's feelings. Like, some things just need to be said. I feel people's emotions very deeply. I understand what it's like to be on the other side. But at the same time, if I didn't care, then I wouldn't say anything. Like, if you're fat, respectfully, you're fat, mister, and I think you should lose some weight. Am I going to say that straight to their face? No. Because there has to be a level of respect and decency to the statement. But I think you should lose some weight. Like, I'm not going to hold back from saying that as somebody who wants the best for people. Yeah, so start creating, because you're going to be much happier because of it. I make these videos simply because I have a lot in my head that I want to get out into the world. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch this. Does it matter? Not really, because I'm mostly just doing this for myself, and there's some people out there who do watch my videos, and I love you all. Thank you. Dude, 26 minutes and I have to edit this. Oh, okay, lock in. It's time for you to start creating. It's time for you to start building the life that you want, because you deserve it. More than anything else in this world, you deserve that. You deserve the life that you want to live. The question is, do you want it enough? Do you want it enough? I'll leave that up for you to decide. And if you want a video, dude, my face is so white. If you want a video on how to start making progress, comment down below, because I have like 5 easy ways for you to start making progress that I have been using and implementing in my very own life to make pretty decent progress, I would say, in my own life. Also, Instagram, I'll leave my handle right here if you want to message me or send me funny memes or anything like that. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. Peace.